Okay. YouTube pleasantries for all the time travelers. Hello, I am Tidbit, she, her. I do voices, I play games, I write stuff, I do art, I do all the things on the internet. And soon, we're gonna see a ton of highs in chat, like that. And boom, my
Thing has gone live.
Also, I just want to point out, Marshy, you were in here an hour early just to get first in the YouTube chat. I have timestamps on. Very oh, that's loud. Very dedicated. Alright, last thing we just did was talk to Nayuta and get nothing out of it. Even though it's Apollo talking to Nayuta, someone they lived with. And we were... I always do. I just never speak until it's closer to the time. Biscuit threatened me that one time, though. Ditty bitty, she's here! Hi! Geese, 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 geese. You're doing great, Marshy. Alright, so we were Apollo. May 18th. Temple. Huh? Wait, what do you... It's my turn, Pipsqueak. Maya passed out right after we found her in the tomb. I feel exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open. She's been out cold ever since. We haven't been able to get a word out of her. 2 random questions. Does Karine have access to guns? Yes. Second question. Can it survive World War III? I don't know. Yeah, a lot of political power, apparently. The doctor said it's just exhaustion, but I can't help but worry. What is it, right? Are you all right? You make that joke every time, Edgy, and you keep smiling at it. Yeah, just thinking is all. I'm glad you're here, Edgeworth. We wouldn't have gotten the permissions we have without you. Well, I didn't come all the way to Karine to be useless. Speaking of the investigation, I have received a few things from Detective Sky. These should prove to be useful to us as well. Inga's autopsy report added to the court record. Gonna be doodling that Kiri idea while you stream. Oh, funny. Man, I haven't played this game since last year. Blarg! I have been waiting to use that one. I can't thank you enough, Edgeworth. Honestly, I'd have been so lost without him these past few days. They're saying barbed head in quotes. You there! The barbed head lawyer, Phoenix Wright! Huh? Oh. You're from the Grand Royal Guard, right? I am Lucky, Royal Guard member, and Her Eminence's shoulder rubber. That's very specific. And what does the Royal Shoulder Rubber want with me? Wait, come to think of it, my shoulders are pretty... Don't be absurd! I am here for one purpose only. I am here to bring you before Her Eminence, Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Karine. Will you comply? The Queen? What could she want with me? And why does he have to shout like that? I can't fathom why Queen Garan would summon you. But I advise you to accept Her Eminence's gracious invitation. Royal Shoulder Rubber Laki, was it? May I join Mr. Wright in his audience with the Queen? The name's Laki! La apostrophe key! And oh, praise the omnipotent Queen Garan! For she has already foreseen and approved your request, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. You are both to come with me! You mean to say Queen Garan sees our every move? Like a game of chess. Yes, indeed! Her Eminence's spiritual power is immense! She can even see what's going on thousands of miles away! Right. Precisely! No. I fear I'll lose my hearing next if we don't hurry. Yeah, me too. Why would the Queen herself summon me personally? What could she possibly be up to? Hey, what do you got to say? Still at it, I see. I guess borders mean little in the face of your inscrutable habit. Incurable habit. Well, I heard you used to present evidence left and right during your investigations, too. That was a long time ago. Besides, who did you hear that from? Oh, I have my sources. They like food. Do you have... Never mind, it does narrow it down to one very specific man. Oh, well, tell your source that I look forward to his next salary review. Same brain! Oh, cool. As Phoenix, we can show up and meet with Apollo. Gumshoe can never get a break, huh? No, he got a break. For the last 3 games, he hasn't shown his face. It's very sad. Ooh, Sonike. To be honest, that Royal Guard looks badass. Yeah, they got their uniforms on point. Let's go to the audience chamber. May 18th, Garan Palace, audience chamber. Gumshoe, more like gumboots. There, you tried. My poor baby man got... Whoa. Animation. The barbed-haired lawyer has arrived. We bid you welcome. And you as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. Thank you. This place is still as magnificent as last time. We have heard much about you, Barbed One. It seems your bluffs and tomfoolery tend to leave our court devastated in their wake. Is that what people have been saying about me? Right. Where are your manners? Your Eminence, I am both humbled and delighted to be in your presence. Oh, Your Eminence. I'm glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well. It is all right. There is no need to keep your head bowed all day. Yes, Your Eminence. Rafa's not looking too good. I guess even she can't just bounce back from her father's murder. So, what can I do you for, Your Eminence?
We wish to question you about something related to the case at hand.
Perfect, because I was having a few questions of my own. Cool.
We fear we do not fully comprehend what has transpired. So, it is that we summoned you here to further elucidate the situation. Elucidate. Is it true that our husband, Inga, had been seeking the Founder's Orb?
That is right. He wanted to trade a hostage for it. That's why he abducted Maya Fey.
Insolent fool!
Ow!
That is a lie! A lie, I say! Father would have never done such a thing!
But he did abduct Maya.
I will not stand here and listen to this nonsense! You will pay for this, you...
Ow, ow, ow! Please, Your Benevolence.
That is quite enough, Rafa. We understand your feelings, but we fear he speaks the truth.
Why do you keep saying we?
For we believe we know why your father would do such a thing. Huh? We believe he was seeking the orb as a means of obtaining spiritual power. Royal, we. Oh. But of course. And with it, he intended to usurp the throne. Mother? She's like talking for the whole kingdom or something. We. Go on. PS2 graphics stick? Where did this thing come from? I'm gonna whack Kiri with the PS2 graphics stick. Who asked to have such a tricky design? Oh. Yeah! Yeah! You wanna look at the blocky so it's simplified after stream? My gosh. You can tell he hasn't done animation. And he is now suffering while he makes his thing.
What do you mean, Your Eminence?
Inga was planning a coup, for he was dissatisfied with the current administration.
He got to kill people literally left and right.
Yes, he wanted more. And his secret police was the primary instrument of his treason.
The secret police? They came up during the High Priest's murder trial, too. An elite force under the direct command of the Minister of Justice. In this case, Inga. The man who was hunting down rebels as Lady Kira was a member of that group.
Indeed, Inga turned that once proud force into his own private army. And he intended on using them to launch a coup and assassinate us.
So, Your Eminence had no control over them.
As much as it shames us to admit, Khura'in is not the unified realm it would appear to be. We are truly sorry you have had to witness the dirty underbelly of this kingdom. Of our kingdom. How could Father... But know that Inga could not have become king simply through our assassination. For in Khura'in, only those who possess spiritual power may sit on the throne.
I see. That explains why Minister Inga was seeking the Founder's orb.
Barbed One, do you recall the man known as Peace, Love, and Understanding?
What about him?
He too was involved in Inga's machinations. Inga had bought his loyalty, ordered the man to steal the orb, and cover up the theft.
And then he sent the orb to the US for Dr. Buff to study. It's all coming together.
The capture of the infamous villain Dirk Sadamahi. It may prove to be the crowning achievement of our region. Now, perhaps the kingdom may return to the peace it once knew. Oh, what a joyous day.
Hail to Her Eminence, Queen Garan, Priestess of Khura'in!
Her Eminence's spiritual power invoked a blessing straight from the Holy Mother!
They got underbites.
I could see how her cronies would be elated at the prospect.
Wait, what if you added an Unreal PlayStation 5 game CD to a PS1 console?
It'd probably just simply say, cannot read the disc. Also, aren't most PS, like, you gotta download it and stuff? Why'd that dude look like Kiss version of Jesus? Because it kind of turned into one.
Gran looks like a mystical god of Buddhist.
I mean, there's a vibe they're going for. That's one of them. But the queen herself seems almost giddy for someone whose husband was just murdered.
Father.
Rifa, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. About that incident that occurred 23 years ago. The one in which Dirk was accused of assassinating Queen Amara.
Yes, he set fire to her private residence, burning my dear sister alive.
Oh! That would explain the hatred towards Dirk. Family bond. I didn't know the connection just yet. I thought it's just like, oh, we're missing a queen. We need another one. I forgot that it's just like, oh yeah, it's generally family matters. You don't elect a king or queen. Murder by arson.
Only a demon would be capable of such a heinous crime.
But that event also set the stage for you to become queen. What did you do before you were crowned queen, Your Eminence?
As part of our training to be queen, we served in many different governmental positions, the longest of which was as the previous Minister of Justice. It was in that position that we were best able to support our elder sister, Queen Amara.
Okay, I get there's a thing about royal we, but this is kind of... They're talking about themselves in the plural of the past. That is very distinct in a sentence. Interesting. That's her husband's position, or at least it was. And when you ascended to the throne, you passed the Defense Culpability Act. Oh, she did that. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. What prompted you to pass something like the Defense Culpability Act, Your Eminence?
The assassination of our dear sister Amora. When the infamous villain Dirk Sadamahi was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own lawyer.
That's right. Dirk used to be a lawyer.
Her pronouns are we were. We were great, but vote for me and we'll make it even greater. Dirk had been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people. But he falsified evidence in an attempt to win his own case.
I see.
But when the truth of his fabrications and the assassination of the queen came to light, the people were devastated, and trust in the legal system plummeted.
Now, why does that sound so familiar? Yeah, I wonder.
In Khura'in, the Hall of Justice is a sacred space where victims receive their last rites. Should the people lose their faith in it, the kingdom would be shaken to its very core. That is why the Defense Culpability Act had to be passed. It was the only way to keep our legal system from tumbling into the abyss.
So, that's how you sought to eliminate the use of perjury and phony evidence, huh? But that law is what made lawyers go extinct in your kingdom. Now there's no one left to defend those who have been accused.
We see how you could take issue with such a reality. However, we have not banned the act of lawyering itself. We just punish every left-handed person, and so there are no left-handed people, and there will never be left-handed people, because that's not normal. You could be left-handed. We don't stop you from being born left-handed, but there are punishments if you are found. We don't stop you from being left-handed. You just have to take the punishment. Those who are confident that they can prove their client's innocence are always welcome to mount a vigorous defense, as yourself has shown.
Well, I guess so. But without lawyers, there's the possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted.
So long as our prosecutors continue to run nothing but perfect trials, there needn't be fear of such nefarious dealings. Do you disagree? Who was saying this? Oh, Nayuta was saying it over and over and over again.
Perfect prosecutors and their perfect trials, huh? Nudge. Ow! Why are... Oh. Yes, I had that phase too. Let's not get started down this path.
Furthermore, here in Khura'in, we have the divination seance. And so it is we no longer need lawyers. For the dead do not lie.
Yeah, but if you remember a certain case that I did to prove the innocence of Maya Fey, the divination seance did reveal a lot, but your interpretation of it was the lie. Well, In the short time I've been here, I've beaten back false charges twice. Actually, 3 times. Because I'm gonna count the 2 Maya cases as 2 cases. Because it was. And I've found that cases built on the memories of the dead are less than perfect. So, yes, I do take issue with the Defense Culpability Act, to say the least.
Such relentless rhetoric. Your reputation precedes you, barbed one. It feels as if we ourselves were being cross-examined.
No, that wasn't my intention.
It is true that some feel that the Defense Culpability Act is a necessary evil at best. But it is a small sacrifice upon which the peace of our kingdom has been forged.
If you consider executing innocent lawyers a small sacrifice, then sure.
The fact is that allowing its passage, the crime rate here in Kurai dropped markedly. Therefore, we have no regrets concerning the enactment of the Defense Culpability Act.
Really? None at all. Right. Why don't we leave it at that? This isn't a court of law, after all. You're not invincible here. You could get tased. Seriously, you still remember that? Of course I do. Yeah.
About the Founder's Orb. That was to be exchanged for the hostage. It went missing after the murder. Would you happen to know anything about that?
It's missing? I'm sure Dirk had it when he went into the tomb. If it wasn't there, I have no idea where it could be, Your Eminence.
In that case, then perhaps Dirk has hidden it somewhere. Incidentally, there is the matter of that horned youth you are with.
Oh, you must mean Apollo.
From his odd hairstyle, we may assume him to be a relative? Perhaps your younger brother?
No! You've got it all wrong. He's Dirk's son. Oh, fuck.
My gosh, she got Phoenix to say that just right out.
Well, more like foster son. They're not actually related by blood.
Ducks? Royal Guard!
Your Eminence! What's she whispering in that one guy's ear?
Thank you for your time. The 2 of you may go now.
Yes, Your Eminence. We'll be on our way. Okay, now what? Apollo and Athena have the murder scene investigation covered, so... maybe we should go speak with the locals over at the bazaar. Did you know I'm a lawyer? Please take a look at this.
That reminds us of when Dirk was still practicing law. So, we see that lawyers in your country also present evidence. Oh my gosh. The implication.
Mighty Dirk! You see my neat little badge? It's right here on the, center of my body. Look at it. It's so neat.
Simply to gauge the other party's reaction when all else has failed. Do not presume to use such simplistic methods upon us.
Sorry. Yeesh.
The bazaar. As soon as we let people be lawyers, tons more lawyers started cropping up. It's gotta be some sort of social contagion. Gran, probably. Mini chat time. I present my badge. This is evidence of everything. I would look at Dirk's neat little badge with such wonder and glee every time he showed it.
Now, wouldn't you, Marshy? Was that a lion? Oh, that got me by surprise too when I first heard it. It's the cry of a local bird known as a warbd. A bird that sounds like that? Sounds more like a beast than a bird, if you ask me.
Ooh, evidence! If you are a bird, you are not a beast. And I know one bird, and that is true. Owl is not a beast. Owl is very good.
It's a form of mimicry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff. Yes, well, can't say I've heard one quite like that before. Heard that one like that before. Ugh. It's more than unusual. It's endangered. It's extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days. They just have it sitting right there. If it's so rare, then what's one doing out here in the middle of a bazaar? You got me. Maybe it's got something to do with being their national bird. Is that a gunshot? Who could this be? There's only one person who scrunches up names like that. I think it's Dats. Startle ya, PW? Hey! What was that, Dats? Hey! Yeah. Hiya! The Defiant Dragon's newest weapon. I call these puppies Dragon Snot Snaps. Uh-huh. And you need those. Why? Because our hard work is starting to pay off. Thanks to our TV signal hijacking and stuff, more and more people are joining our cause. But on account of that, the regime's been cracking down on us real tough, like. Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately.
I'm imagining they're having their talk like over here, just in a secluded dark corner.
You can say that again. I mean, what with the High Priest's fake murder / suicide? People are calling it the DCA tragedy, and it's causing a real public uproar. Hopefully this means Tarras's death won't be in vain after all. So, how exactly is a handful of firecrackers going to be of help to you guys anyway? Simple! First, I supply them to our fellow rebels. Then, we use them as a diversion when we need to shake Ren's goons. Huh? Like this! Yay! Will you cut that out? I'm not with the regime, and I'm not chasing you. Your reaction! That was priceless, BW! What? I guess I startled that warp too! Ugh. Ugh.
Never I laugh too much as him.
Or just do a heavier voice.
I tend to burp, because I have lunch right before stream.
It's a miracle no one's tried to
trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing.
You there? What?
How do you like my royal guard impression? You are one of those insurgents, are you not?
Yikes! Take that! Whoop! And he's gone. Those firecrackers are more useful than I thought.
Barbed head!
Your benevolence? What can I do for you?
I wanted to speak with you.
About...
About what my mother said. I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planning a coup.
Well, I can understand why you feel like that, but...
It was a setup. Someone must have been plotting against him.
And how do you know that?
I just do, because the Holy Mother guides me. And as the royal priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see.
Maybe this is just how Rafa expresses her sense of duty.
You're investigating this matter, are you not? Then rejoice, for I shall accompany you and bestow upon you the royal priestess's wisdom.
That's the best news I've heard all day, Your Benevolence. No one would dare get in our way with Rafa by our side. We humbly accept your offer. Don't we, Edgeworth? As you wish, right?
Excellent. Then let us begin with my father's private quarters. And then we can go on to his private dines.
What about the nickels?
Some call him Saint Nicholas, for he has no nickels. We should be able to find some clues there. I shall expose this false charge for what it is, if it's the last thing I do.
Could it be? Is the reason she's so defensive about Inga because she's a daddy's girl?
Barbed head! Let us not waste any time. My father's private quarters are located within the royal residence. Now follow me!
Wait! She's sure in a hurry. Right. The minister's private quarters may hold evidence related to his murder as well. Yeah, maybe we can kill two birds with one stone. Whoa! Not you! You're not one of the birds I'm talking about. Yes, you're a good bird. Rafa's awfully fired up. I just hope she'll be ready for the truth we find. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control of the whole affair.
Any ideas? Oh, we gotta go to the royal residence. Oh, look, Doll's in chat. Yay! Hooray! Best investigation companion. Yay! Good ending. Saint Nicholas? He already died 100 years ago. Chat time.
Now, if we could figure out which of these buildings houses Inga's private quarters, that's where we'll find Rafa.
We got this building, and this building, and this building, and this shack. Wonder what Wright says about the urn.
This overturned urn spilled its water all over the place. It was already knocked over when we got here earlier this afternoon, so we can rule out Athena at least.
Oh, Phoenix!
Right. What does it say about you if your first suspect is your own subordinate?
Oh, Ippy's in chat. Hi, sorry I'm late hanging out with the siblings. Any dark moments?
Not yet. but we're working on it. He's currently incarcerated in the detention center. Now that's what I call an extravagant exterior. Is this where Inga's private quarters are? Watch your step, right? That urn's been knocked over, spilling water everywhere. I said that. Yeah, the ground's soaked. I wonder who did this. I think someone's in there.
Father.
Is that Princess Rafa?
There were still so many things I wished to tell you.
She always puts on such a brave face. But hearing her crying all alone, I need to adopt another child. Right? No, we have enough!
You never got to come out as Ace.
I can't help but think of Trucy.
Father.
Princess Rafa, are you in there?
Just a moment. I'll be right out. I see you are finally here. Well, let us commence our investigation, shall we?
Your benevolence? Maybe you should rest for a minute first.
You are eavesdropping on me, weren't you?
No, I mean, yes. Sorry, I couldn't help overhearing. It wasn't like I was spying on you or anything.
You stupid barbed head!
Ouch! You could have feigned ignorance. It's as if your brain-to-mouth filter shuts off the moment you step out of the courtroom. Ugh. I'm not that bad, Edgeworth.
Anyway, what took you so long? I thought you would never get here. You have a lot of nerve keeping the crown princess waiting.
Oh, sorry.
This was my father's residence. I have already unlocked it, so you can go right in. Oh, and be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water all over here.
A dingbat dog.
That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth.
I wonder how it got into this area. Do you know what it looked like?
I have better things to do than memorize what some stray dog looks like. Anyway, if it's not worth talking about, let's search my father's room, shall we? Frog seems sus.
It's staring at that lion. I hope she's alright. I really hope she is alright. Such a brave little girl. Yes, you want to look at me, right? I am here. Oh yeah, what does Right say about the frog? Ah,
I searched the place. Oh, but we can still game. What do you say about the frog?
what a beautiful place this is. But I'd be enjoying this a whole lot more if we weren't investigating a murder. Commoners aren't normally allowed to access the royal residence, you know. Under ordinary circumstances, it would be impossible to take in such a spectacular view. Though murder is certainly a unique reason to be offered such a rare opportunity.
Oh. Can't look at the lion. He has no comment on the frog.
May 18th. Grand Palace. Inga's private quarters. What a mess. You can definitely tell a guy used to live in this room.
I don't get it. It doesn't look like a mess, except for just the papers on the desk. And that. And the needle. Okay, I'm starting to see it. And a notepad just on the floor with a chair that looks like his shirt. Wow.
I guess Inga and I had at least that much in common.
Blah. The staff keeps getting in the way. Nina! Oh.
Huh? Where's Nina? Normally... she comes running whenever Rafa calls.
That's right. Nina is...
Nina is... what?
Oh well, you, Barbed Head, come hold this staff for me.
But why me?
Just take it. It's too heavy, and I'm tired of holding it.
How does Nina put up with this How does Nina put up with this day in and day out? I'll just set it over here for now.
Hey, I recognize that.
What is this? Je suis la belle. Never thought I'd see this brand again. It appears to be a sample of some sort of spray-on hair color. Color, jet black. I wonder if Ingo is going gray. Here, Edgeworth, maybe you can use it. I like my natural hair color just fine. Thank you very much.
The World Turtle.
His desk is crammed full of documents. Phoenix, you're looking at a turtle. Yeah? There's a lot of things to know about the world. They appear to be paperwork for executions. But for this many cases? Indeed. Something is rotten in the kingdom of Khura'in. This one dates back to 5 years ago. Something tells me he simply kept putting them off because he hated doing paperwork. Something tells me he liked killing people. There are some muddy shoe prints here. Come to think of it. There was some spilled water by the entrance. That doesn't make sense. There's no footprints. Are there footprints leading back in? Huh.
His shoes were on backwards. That's why the prints look like that.
Somebody must have stepped in it before coming here. They're already dry. That means they're at least several hours old.
Then someone must have been in here today in the early afternoon. For our servants clean this room each day. Here in Khura'in we have a saying, leave not today's untidiness to the tomorrow. To the morrow.
Mine is, why clean up today when you can leave it for tomorrow? And you wonder why there is spaghetti in your office every day. Oh look, grape juice. That is one luxurious and comfy looking bed, right? Don't. I've slept on nothing but hard floors since coming to Grind. Can't wait to sleep in a nice, soft bed again.
Then take it. It's yours if you wish. We'll have to clean his room out anyway, now that my father's gone.
And you're just giving away literally a king's bed? Wow. But don't you want to keep these things as mementos of your father? Besides, I don't need his spirit haunting me late at night.
Do you suppose if I slept on it, I could see my father once more?
But Princess Rafa, I honestly don't know how to answer that.
I don't know why, but it made me think of, it's like, oh yeah, Phoenix uses the Thinker alarm clock to wake up to, because it was the last thing Mia dealt with. Because we've never seen Phoenix's bed. We've only seen his office, and presumably he sleeps there, but we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to talk about directly where he sleeps. And it'd be nice to know that he's like,
Yeah, I kept it, because it's the last thing I can remember her by. Wow, that's one gaudy sculpture. Can we melt it down?
my father sculpted it himself from a block of solid gold.
Why does that not surprise me that he was also a narcissist? It's pretty detailed. He even included that personal stamp of his. Hey, the stamp's a little loose. Oh? Ah! Look, there's a secret safe inside.
Oh my! To think such a thing was here all this time!
Rats. Looks like we need the combination to get it. To get in. Search the room. This is most likely a special ink pad for the Justice Minister's stamp.
Oh, that'd be so... I'm now just... 42069, the boy room code. But, I'm now imagining someone doing the same kind of shtick of where it's a stamp in their mouth, but they've got a lighter that has, like, a little fountain of ink that looks like fire to reapply. That'd be so cool.
His insignia is carved big and bold right on the lid. Talk about overkill. Overkill.
Has anyone watched Secret Level? My gosh. The Zen episode, the one about Unreal Tournament, that is such a good... That's probably my favorite episode from that. I see a little thing of message deleted by Lovely Doll, and then Ripper going, Lovely Doll. It's like, what'd you do, Ripper?
Did he really have to mark everything he owned? He's like a dog. Pisses on everything. It's a syringe and a vial.
Those were for my father's back pain. He said it really helped when the pain was particularly unbearable.
It was that bad, huh? He must have been injecting some sort of painkiller directly into his back then.
Yes, my father said his back pain could knock him off his feet. From carrying this rival team. Oh man, being a Jeff player is so hard. I know the memes. I know that everyone hates Jeff for some reason. And so they gave him a whole game mode of Splatoon. Back pain, more like, never mind. Already enough people make those jokes about Phoenix and Wright. You can't see it, but I did a dramatic head turn to the camera. That's not there. I don't have a camera. I need to get a VTubing model or something like that. I'm too expressive. Well, we can't have you throwing your back out in court, so why don't you take a vial? Tibbet, I want to point out something when you come across it. I'm working on it.
No thanks. I hear your body builds up a tolerance to that sort of thing. But I'll take the syringe.
What? I thought you didn't want them.
I'm going straight to a chiropractor as soon as I get home. You know, the better medicine.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. I used to go to a chiropractor when I was really young. I still have back issues.
This notepad must have belonged to Inga. Let's see. Inga's notes. Nana, purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on forehead. Dirk, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. Phoenix Wright, spiky hair, blue clothes, pink necktie?
Oh, frick. Why can't we just have a little thing of, like, yourself? There it is. You accidentally called it. What?
That's strange. These appear to be notes detailing people's most prominent characteristics. Hey, there's even some stuff about me in here. Why would he bother doing this?
I'm afraid even I can't answer that.
Whatever the reason, it's giving me a case of the heebie-jeebies. It's as though he was taking down descriptions of people over the phone. That's what it reminds me of, anyway.
What a brilliant deduction! One fitting of a chief prosecutor such as yourself. I commend you.
Heh, that's high praise coming from you, your benevolence.
But, Doll, what do you mean? I called it. Or is it later?
The only thing I think about calling was the chiropractor thing. Edgeworth's right. They do look like dictation notes, but I don't know. I mean, why bother describing Nana? Who he must have seen every day.
You called what's up with him with no prompt, too. And now you can't figure it out when prompted. Frank, my brain is blank. You called it completely out of nowhere. And I was like, excuse me? I just say words.
This chair looks like it was modeled after Inga's suit jacket. The backrest even has those fancy buttons of his. I imagine they make the chair awfully uncomfortable to sit on.
Actually, they serve to massage the pressure points on his back. My father suffered from terrible back pain, you see.
I wonder if it really works.
And then they got one up here, which makes me feel like the one we found in the ashes is actually just a piece of decoration that was just whisked away from his room.
Okay, combination time. I can't open this without the combination. I doubt Princess Rafa would know it. Well, if we can't open it, we can't open it. For now, let's continue our investigation and come back to this dilemma later. Oh yeah, we can talk.
Barbed head. I, the royal priestess of Khura'in, shall share my thoughts on the abduction.
You will?
Listen carefully, for such opportunities do not come often.
Yes, of course. We'd be grateful to hear anything you'd like to share.
My father was very likely seeking to obtain the Founder's Orb. But it was not for the purpose of a coup d'etat. It was all for my sake.
For your sake?
The Founder's Orb is capable of bestowing great spiritual power. My father truly believed that. And he wanted that power to be mine. I haven't finished my training and I still can't channel spirits. He was doing it for me!
Right. I see.
Well, do you understand why he did it now? Look at that lovable face.
I do. But it doesn't change the fact that Minister Inga was a kidnapper. But I guess you don't believe he is, do you?
New information is sure to surface upon further investigation. Ugh. Suffice to say, he did this all for me. End of story. Punk.
Ow! Was he really trying to obtain the orb for Rafa? Somehow I doubt it. Speaking of powers, I wonder if Rafa will be performing the divination seance tomorrow. I wonder who the lawyer is gonna be. Oh wait, they said it
was gonna be Apollo, because he's the one who accepted. Wait, no, that was when they were doing the legal stuff with the ownership of the orb. Who's defending Dirk now?
Is it Dirk? I got this! I'm the amazing Dirk! And I got one powerful fan behind me, Marshy. Without them, I couldn't get all this fan art to do propaganda with. I should probably ask her about that.
Yes, Apollo. Just a baby, little lady. Sucky! I'm being ignored. Oh! Oh, I didn't have all messages on. I had it on Top Chat. Oops. Marshy, yo! Oh, there's more Aviator. There's more Ripper. Whoa. Here's a list of all the names I've used for live stream. Don't need that. Presidential Alert H. Wait. Marshy, yo! It me! It blocked Marshy? No!
Your benevolence. I noticed Nana isn't with you today.
I know not where she has gone. I have not spoken with her since this morning. I assume she must be quite busy today. I did catch a glimpse of her a little after 2 o'clock. I tried calling out to her, but she went off somewhere again.
A little after 2. That's about an hour before the murder.
Indeed. Of all the times for this to happen. She normally comes to me the moment I call her name. We don't have Nana on file. They said elder sister. I just got the most random idea of Nana is the first queen. She's supposed to be dead. And so Inga killed her, put her in the coffin, tried to have definitive proof against Dirk. Dirk showed up, stopped that. It's a wild ball theory that it's just like, oh, she didn't die back then, but she died now because Ace Attorney. She normally comes to me the moment I call her name.
I know it's hard to believe, but even nannies have lives, you know.
Nina is destroyed by the Vietnamese trees.
Reasonable.
Your inability to find her after the murder is slightly alarming. I wonder if her absence is related to today's incident somehow.
Do you think she was unwillingly caught up in them?
Who knows? At the very least, I don't think she was at the scene of the crime.
Nana, I hope she is all right.
Ace Attorney, it's more like, gosh dang it, what's the card name again?
Ace Combat Pilots? The made-up Epithet Erased card game? Ace Pilot Commander?
Rafa seems really worried for Nate. No. I take it you'll be conducting tomorrow's divination seance?
Who else if not I?
Good point. It's totally not like your mother's gonna burst in and make one. The thing is, divination seances are all about what victims experienced in their final moments. So tomorrow, Rafa will experience her own father's death exactly as it happened. That's more than anyone should have to deal with.
Well, imagine if I had to channel my husband. I loved them. The children have to love us, so their love is more malleable. You understand? It'll be fine. She'll have trauma just like me. She'll still grow up to be just like me. A copy of me. And with her strong spiritual power, she will be us.
Do you really have to go through with the seance tomorrow?
Yes, Ace Pilot, sequel to Ace Attorney.
Whoa!
There's really no one else? What about just calling the whole thing off?
It's not as if I'm doing this because I want to. I have the clip.
No.
Technically, you didn't connect it to Inga, but rather Rafa. That makes me even more lost. Still crazy you brought it up out of nowhere. Yep, we'll see the clip after stream. Like after stream. I won't put it on stream. Because that's a new thing. We got fan art. Obligatory YouTube things. Like the stream. Subscribe so you can talk and chat. We have that because of the bots on YouTube that they won't deal with. Post a comment after the stream is done saying what your favorite part was. Or clip your favorite moments and share it to your friends. You know, all the YouTube things. And watch every Monday noon PST, except one of them coming up. That one's not there.
No.
Never mind. I misspoke. The divination seance is a very important duty of the royal priestess. And it is one I intend to fulfill. My favorite part was when Tidbit tried in vain to stop the 9/11 jokes. Another 9/11 joke has hit the stream. Oh, please.
There's that word. Duty. Right. Are you laughing at the word duty? You laughed. Just a little bit.
Your benevolence. We're not doing like a flashback voice for this because this is legitimately a flashback that we need. As crown princess, you are destined to rule this kingdom one day. That means there will be many things that you alone must determine. Things like how to keep your people happy, and what is true and what is false. And most importantly, what role you must play therein. I wonder if I'm ever up to the task. I still get the weird extra sauce on my voice for flashbacks.
Performing the divination seance is very important for a priestess. Tidbit makes Dirk do a 9/11 joke. Hey, Gran, guess what? A second assassination has hit the queen. Ah! But duty or not, it's a heavy burden for someone so young.
When your fainted out friend says something actually profound. Fainted out friend. Right, because fentanyl or something. Drugs.
Even worse, she'll be forced to watch her father's murder. Will it be a weight too heavy for her to bear? What the fuck was a warp doing in here? I know, I wasn't going to alarm you. You seem deep in thought, but it's very close. Yes, skibbity.
Teacher energy. I wanted to be a teacher when I was younger and knew nothing about the school system. Skibbity! Great, now you got the brain rot and the ibby. Look what you've done, doll.
Your benevolence. Has Nana served you long?
Yes, she has been at my beck and call for as long as I remember. I have heard she even cared for me as an infant, right down to the changing of my diapers.
Your diapers. It almost sounds like she could be your mother.
Indeed, but that is a simple fact of life when your mother is busy being queen. Nana takes care of my every need. She is my teacher in all things as well.
Rafa's pool of knowledge seems rather lopsided in some respects.
Skibbity-dee. Skibby-dee. Ibster. Yan-ah.
Could that be the result of Nanya's teaching. Naina's teachings?
Naina, could it be that my trusted attendant has come to dislike me? Now that I think about it, perhaps I've been acting rather spoiled as of late.
Oh, I'm sure she'll be back.
Yes, I suppose Naina would never truly abandon me. Upon her return, I will do something nice for her. Perhaps she'd like a shoulder massage.
And yet, I can't shake the feeling that Naina's connected to this case in somehow.
Character development! I'm gonna pause right here because it's drink time. We're an hour in. I got a fresh batch of these. And I did the math. They last for 3 months because it comes with 12 of them. And so if it's 4 each month, that's 3 months. It's not shots. I have a straw. I drink everything through a straw now. It's so nice. Straws are the superior way to drinking stuff. Get yourself a straw. But then I have 2 fun little stories I want to say, hence why I pulled up the attorney's badge. So, story number 1 is the fact I watched an Ace Attorney video, and I got floored by the fact that I call Claver Gavin. And the video did not call him Claver Gavin. They called him Clavier. And it's just like, oh, yeah, I guess that is a way to say it. That's probably the right way to say it. But in this universe, he is British and he is Claver.
Claver Gavin, baby.
I was so fucking desperate for a Sprite. All we have is caffeine while my throat's COVID fucked and shit fruit ginger ale.
Wow. I'm back. We're cutting an apple for the baby bro.
Skippy D hipster. No, never again, doll.
And then the second story, it was kind of affirming, and I have gotten permission by my girlfriend to say it, but we were in the line for a Starbucks in a Target. If you don't know about that, it's an American thing. But this random person complimented my girlfriend on her shirt, and then, like, to try and strike up conversation, to get a vibe on her, apparently, was like, "What? Oh, man, I love your shirt. What's your pronouns?" And my girlfriend, being her amazing, awesome, water off the back self, was just simply said, it's just like, yeah, she, her. And the other person went, oh, I'm they, them, I'm non-binary. I understand. And then they went in very close to her and asked of just like, hey, are you trans? And I am standing right there next to my girlfriend. Practically my arm is like through her arm. And it was so funny. I had to steel myself. My girlfriend says she's completely fine that she was asked if she was trans, but it was so funny. I was standing right there, and I looked directly at them when they asked. I was just like, are you trans? And she went, no. And they're like, oh, well, you got a vibe about you, which my girlfriend does. She is a very powerful being. Awesome. But it was so funny. I am standing right there. I don't see myself as hyper femme. I see myself as easy to clock, but apparently not. It was such a strange interaction. And I just wanted that on the docket, on recording, so I can remember it forever.
Titty Paul to Looney Tunes.
Yeah. No, I'm just sitting here with my glasses on. You can't see me.
I'm really beginning to wonder what's inside that safe. Any idea what the combination might be, Your Benevolence?
None whatsoever.
It looks like a 4-digit combo lock, so maybe it's a date. But it's probably not anything that would be easy to guess. Well, let's try some dates and see what happens. I wonder what date would Inga use as a combination? Parents' anniversary, Rafa's birthday. Date the DC Act was enacted.
I mean, he is a bit of a narcissist.
You think I can't see you, Tid? I'm inside your PC.
Really? How dusty is it?
How have you not suffocated?
How about the date the Defense Culpability Act was enacted? Do you know when that was, Your Benevolence?
Nana? Nana?
Your Benevolence. No, you gotta be kidding me. You're Nana now? I guess so.
Yes, of course. I believe the date would be June 14th.
Really, Edgeworth? Is whispering in the ear of the elites the secret to your success? Alright. Let's give 061 for a try. Nope, that's not it. Time to try something else. I wonder what date Inga would use as a combination. Anniversary, it is when he became king. How about your parents' anniversary?
I have not the faintest idea of when it is.
Your parents don't talk about it too?
I know, and they just expect you to know?
I know, it's so ridiculous. They just assume you know how old they are. But it's like, you've never said it in front of my face. Yes, I've been to your birthday parties, but you don't have numbered candles. It's hard to tell. And sometimes, here's a funny little thing. It's so unimportant in my life, I will forget.
Phoenix saying the stuff I have written down about my parents. It's just like, I don't know when your anniversary is. I don't know how old you are off the top of my head. I have to be reminded, because every time I feckin' asked, they'd be like, you should know this. And it's like, I don't. This is the response I always get. It's like, pay more attention to our birthdays. It's like, it's hard to, because my mom's birthday is like right in the middle of Valentine's and still like at the beginning of the year. And so there's so many parties going on that it's so difficult to keep track of everything, and they don't say a number on it. And so it's just like, it's impossible. They don't say it at your birthday. And then my dad's birthday is in April, which is the same birthday as my older brother and my twin. So there's 4 people's birthdays going on, and it's everything's going on at once. This is how people end up thinking everyone can read minds. Yup. No one can. I have not the faintest idea of when it is.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't. Huh.
Your twin has a separate birthday month? So, doll, I said my older brother, my dad, and my twin's birthday are all in that month, so there's 4 birthdays going on. I listed 3 people there, one of them being my twin. But then I say there's 4 people. But you should have said yourself. Well, that's how it was written always on the calendar. Me excluded. You didn't say 4 till now. I'm just messing with you, doll. I should have said myself. I exclude myself from it because that's how it's always felt.
It's December 11th. How in the world do you know that fact, Edgeworth? I don't. I simply deduced it using elementary school level logic. Though I doubt you'd grasp how I arrived at my conclusion, so I'll save my breath. There's no way you didn't use some kind of superpower to come up with that.
Happy birthday, tit lady.
I'll have tits.
I just... Right, you can't say that kind of stuff on YouTube. Anyway, here goes. 1, 2, 1, 1.
No good. It won't open.
I gave you Kiri's. Stop lying. Kiri still has them. Look at him.
We've all seen the art. But that's of Goldie. That's a separate person, technically. That's totally not a representation of me.
Let's try another number shot. Oh, wait, that didn't work. I thought the joke would be it's just like, I somehow figured it out, and that's it.
Aw. It's Rafa's birthday.
Unless this is also wrong, and it's like, yep, go through all three. See the funny joke.
When's your birthday, your benevolence?
You are wasting your time. It could not possibly be my birthday.
You literally went on a mini rant how it was about he stole the orb for you. Oh, come on. It's worth a shot.
Fine. It's December 24th.
Oh, no.
The day before Christmas. So it's not quite almost Christmas. Get out of here, Tom Cardy.
Christmas Eve. Well, let's give it a try. 1, 2, 2, 4. Ah! Ah! Why is it that part that opens? What the?
It's so funny and extravagant. It's just like you totally could have had it of just like you move the cigar, this part moves. This part is completely superfluous. You put it an extra step just to go back up to here.
It opened. Huh?
It did?
Yup. And it looks like the bottom safe was a fake. Something meant to mislead. Would-be thieves, no doubt. Still, it was rendered quite ineffective by his use of such an easily guessed combination.
Why, Father? Why my birth date?
Why are you muscle manning? What do you mean muscle manning?
Good dad.
Good war criminal. Technically, it's all legal. He is part of the Minister of Justice. Okay, let's see what's in here. Huh? This looks like a letter or something. Let's see. Dear Father, I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. You're always so kind, and I love you very much. I hope you live to be 100 years old. Love, Rafa.
I wrote this to my father when I was 8 years old.
Oh, look, now we got Nina.
To give him a good reason to remember your birthday clearly. Sassy old woman. But yeah, that's 6 years ago.
That's almost 12 years ago.
Father, why would you hold on to something so childish and stupid?
There are some other papers in here. Ugh. This is the plan for a coup d'etat. Grand assassination plan. Once I poison the queen, the throne will be mine. The spiritual power I attain from the treasure will back up my claim. In the meantime, the secret police are to keep a close watch on Garan. Why would you write it out like this?
Tippett was born 6 years ago.
No! Shush! If they know I'm under 13 on the internet, they'll take away my boobs.
My channel will live on. Have you not seen those fucking kids who have those unboxing channels? I think it's like Ryan Plays or something. Once I poison the queen, I will rule all the bodegas.
No! Oh, right, because the implication is if my girlfriend likes a 6-year-old. Caught in the crossfire there, aren't you?
What? Give me that!
I don't understand!
It seems Justice Minister Inga was plotting the assassination of the queen.
Completely didn't think of that! Whoops!
Nah. Barb's into MILFs. I am 97. Yup. That's totally how old I am.
Don't look at my YouTube handle. Don't look at those numbers.
Wait, you have kids?
Well,
You've seen the cubies.
Barbara was born 5 years ago, so it's okay.
Wait, no, I'm 97. If she's 5, oh no, I'm in the slammer now.
Cubic kids. Yep, they've grown up. They're now blockies and sim pals.
You fixed it, Marshy.
What? Right, I have a game to play.
As kids? What? Hi, Evelyn.
Rewind the stream and watch it on like 2 times speed to get caught up.
The bit moved on without me.
That's how chat goes.
This can't be true. We're doing this all during a very emotional bit. Father would never harm Mother.
Poor Rafa. This has to come as a terrible shock. What's this? There's a photo in here, too.
Sweet Mother of Liberty. I was joking.
She supposedly died 23 years ago. What is she doing right there?
Wood.
Marshmallow sees someone with gray hair.
Wood. It's of a woman and a baby. I wonder who they are. On the far left, there's a law book with the mark of the Defiant Dragon branded on it.
Wait, that's...
Your benevolence?
How can this be?
The Princess Rafa!
She can brand me.
Is he like looking down on her?
What happened? She's looking incredibly pale. Your benevolence, are you all right?
All right? How can I be all right?
Huh?
All that I have believed, it was all lies.
I'm afraid I don't follow. What the heck is she talking about? Can I ask who the woman in this picture is?
How should I know? It seems I didn't know anything that was going on.
Doesn't look like I'm gonna get much more out of her while she's like this.
Mother,
Huh?
I must ask my mother about the secret she is hiding.
What secret?
I must go. Goodbye.
Wait, your staff! What was that all about? It's like her mind was off somewhere else. It appears this photo really upset her. I wonder who the lady in this picture is.
Stop! Shadu! Come back here! Ah!
Wait, that sounds like Albie and Shadu. That's odd. Commoners aren't normally allowed in this area. I wonder what's afoot. Probably dog feet.
Was that the thing I called? Was that it about...
You've got two of them, Miles.
The dog? No, not that. I mean the fact I called practically this whole freaking image of just like, oh yeah, she didn't die yet, and so Inga killed her in the coffin to put her actually in the coffin this time. So that way there wouldn't be any suspicions. And now there's shit going on. I know how the game thinks now. I feel it in my veins. Do you think it's pronounced like alibi? Like alibi. His full name is I'll Be Your Guide. So that's where I have named him Albie. Because, my gosh, I know I'm not great at reading names with the whole clavier thing. Yeah, Shadu is the dog. I'm talking about something from like 10 streams ago. And you have a clip of it. Okay. Part 9. We're on part 17.
Oh! Ah! Edgeworth!
Look at that! Oh, it's adorable.
I hope one of you has a good explanation for this.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hi, Albie.
No, Shadu, bad dog. Leave the man's frilly thingamajig alone.
If you would kindly detach your dog from my cravat.
Right away, sir. Just hold still and...
And... Start saying Shadow. Where's your Sonic 3 spirit? Maria. I don't know that name. Shadow. Is that me? I don't know. Faker.
I'm gonna do like all the Shadow lines in this Shadow voice now. The cravat must be very strong to handle a whole dog's weight. It is a very small dog, but yes,
I do not cheap out on my cravats, and I know how to apply them to my outfit. It's very tight. A certain someone likes to yank on it. It's not me, it's Drucy. She keeps on putting pies in his face. Yes. I could make that so much worse, but let's move on. Stop pulling like that, you'll only stretch the fabric!
Come on, Shadow. Let's go. let go of his blah 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 blah. I can't. I'm now Snake. Metal Gear. Huh. This isn't working. I'll just have to pull harder then. 1, 2,
Wait! What are you?
3. Come on!
No! I need air! Were you trying to kill me?
I'm really sorry, mister. Also, why does your cravat choke you when pulled and not come off when pulled?
A certain someone else likes it like that. Now, apologize.
My dog has a habit of attacking frilly things like that.
Maybe for his sake he should stick to more traditional targets like cars or his tail.
That's one strong pupper. Well, it is a 9-year-old trying to pull a dog. Homophobic dog. The dog didn't attack Phoenix when they first showed up. Doesn't like men and frilly things. That's not necessarily homophobic, but that's a kind of phobic. What's worse? He's stuck in here again today and stole someone's weird-looking hat. I don't know what to do anymore. Bad dog. You're a very bad dog. I should get an owl. Those are much better. Those are always good boys. Ugh. You wound me.
A dog killed the gay old lady!
Doll? To our knowledge, our extra knowledge of identifying probably who that is, of being her, explain to me how her being with Dirk is gay. Go on. Give me an essay. Explain to me how Dirk said Mahi is the pinnacle of femininity. Bye, erasure tidbit. We also have not confirmed that. Seriously. Oh no, my bi girlfriend! Oh no, she's being erased!
She's gay in the same way as she's left-handed. She's ambidextrous.
I wish I was ambidextrous. That'd be so much easier to do things. But I'm not. But yeah, whenever I hear gay, I think of same. I don't think of bi people. I am sorry. I will do better.
Wait a second. I've seen that hat before.
Wait, do we have that as... No, we don't have that as evidence. Can you hand it over? The frilly hat.
Albie, could I see that hat again?
Sure.
Wait, isn't this... This isn't Nana's hat. Isn't this Nana's hat? I thought she disappeared.
Shadow swiped it from someone.
Albie?
How exactly did Shadow get this? Allow me to explain. It all started when we were on a walk through the bazaar today. When suddenly, dots popped out of a manhole. Ha! Oh, whoa!
The fangs of the defiant dragons. That's a rebel is here. Say, you wanna join our cause, kid?
Huh? Naturally, I was super startled by that weirdo's sudden appearance.
Back, dog of the Grand Regime.
Huh? But this is my dog, Shadu.
Defiant Dragon's secret weapon, Dragon Snot Snaps! Achoo!
Whoa!
Oh man, the look on your face there was classic! Hey kid, you wanna join the gang?
The sudden bang of the firecracker spooked Shadu, and he ran off into the crowds.
I'm free. Where's that damn hedgehog?
Ah! Shadu! Come back here!
You lost your dog. Oh, that'll teach you, Grand Lapdog. You there? What do you think you're doing?
Ugh. It, like, got trapped in my throat.
Not good.
That's when a policeman came running over and hauled Dats away. That happened right around 2 p.m., if I remember correctly.
I'm not even gonna pretend I know what Dats was trying to do.
I chased right after Shadu, and when I finally caught up to him here in the palace courtyard, he had this thing in his mouth.
Must have been on top of the urn.
2 p.m. That's about an hour before the minister's death.
The what?
Oh, right. We were supposed to keep that secret, Edgeworth. It's a 9-year-old. What are they gonna do? They're a guide. They talk to everyone. Oh, shit. Do we have to ice a kid? No!
Oh, I got a mad case of the hiccups. Ice him.
Bless you. I'm not going to say murder him, because I prosecute those. And I'm not going to say kill him, because I have class. We ice them. We make sure their body disappears like water onto snow. Nana supposedly went missing right after the murder. But this would place her at the palace at around 2.
Actually, I just remembered I saw something pretty amazing around that time too.
Something amazing?
Something amazing.
So, Albie, what was it you saw that was so amazing?
I saw Her Eminence Queen Garan channeling a spirit.
Is it really that big of a deal to see her channeling someone?
You bet it is. Commoners are never allowed to behold the sacred rite.
Oh? Can you tell me more?
Of course! I'm always happy to explain. Laios is my favorite character in Dungeon Meshi. I believe it was around 2:10 p.m. today. I got lost on the palace grounds while looking for Shadu. What is this place? It gives me the creeps. Where could Shadu have gone? In my search, I took a peek into a small room and that's when I saw Queen Garan. She was channeling a spirit for a neighboring kingdom's king. I mean, doesn't really look like she changed much. Hair hasn't changed.
I saw her transform right before my eyes. I was so excited, I had to take a picture of it.
You took a picture?
I know I shouldn't have, but I just couldn't help myself.
Between this and the treasure room, Albie's not exactly the picture of self-restraint.
Her channeling right ended right after that, so I ran off before anyone could spot me.
You could have been arrested again, you know.
Yeah, I know. Little Shadow. Anyway, here's a copy of the picture. I have 20. Just don't tell anyone I was the one who took it.
I worry about his future sometimes. Come to think of it, how did you and Shadu get into the royal residence anyway? It's not open to commoners after all.
Allow me to explain!
What? What's going on in chat? I see the phrase, now I can't unsee it, and now I must investigate. He's the chief prosecutor. If someone can make Albie disappear, that's him! Miles wouldn't, though. Oh no, I just saw his eyebrows and the little forehead diamond as a second face, and that's adorable.
Oh, it's like a little bird!
Just take your hand, put it in front of his eyes, and it's like a little bird.
Boop, boop. I said I was gonna get a bird, but who knew I was the bird all along? There's a way to get into the palace from the bazaar. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, though. Shadow can easily fit, but anyone bigger than me is out of luck.
You don't say.
Yeah, part of the palace wall is damaged, and there's a hole I can just make it through.
Go on.
Bet you didn't know they have some really tasty food here.
Oh? Then this isn't your first time in here, huh? Trespassing is illegal, you know.
No, it's not like that. I didn't mean any harm. It's just I want to help change this kingdom.
What do you mean?
Well, after Ms. Faye's trial, I started thinking, like, maybe there was something I could do to help the revolution, too.
Maya's trial, huh? Miles' trial? That's from the first game. That tragedy only happened because of how twisted Karine's legal system has become.
How utterly foolish to cast away one's life for such a reason. There must have been other ways to cover up the crime.
There are other ways of persuasion.
Yet, I had done so. My wife would rush to my defense. And when the case went to trial, she would suffer the same fate as I under the Defense Culpability Act.
No matter flashback is just ignoring them. Don't subject us to more. Then what's this guy's flashback voice? Skeletor? No, that's actually funny. I could not have lived with myself had she had been convicted because of that fiendish man.
This cannot be. All I have done under the law is of what kingdom? It has all been...
The DC Act led to the false charges against Maya and the High Priest's suicide. That trial also caused the public to start questioning the current state of things. And it seems even Albie has some pretty strong feelings on the matter.
I knew there had to be something I could do to help. That's when I remembered the hole in the palace wall and started thinking
Maybe I could sneak in and take a picture of one of the royals up to no good. I just want to do my part.
The spirit of revolution seems to be catching on, even with the young one, even with one so young. Right. The momentum is steadily building, and the tipping point is fast approaching. It's just a matter of when. I agree. And the public's perception of the Defiant Dragon seems to be changing too. But Albie, you can't go trespassing like that. Even if it's for a good cause, it's no right.
Okay, I won't do it again.
Albie, is that really all you have to confess? You haven't been up to any other mischief. And when I say you, I mean Shadu.
What? Look at the little dog's panicked face and forget about me.
Trespassing for a good cause is right. Like, you're really coming down on that for all crimes.
Doggy!
Surprise, Duggle.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nice try, Albie, but the proof is literally right in front of us. Oh, do we just examine it while he's standing there? Albie, you wouldn't happen to know how this urn got knocked over, would you? Because her benevolence told me something rather interesting.
Be careful. Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there.
A dingbat dog?
That's right. The yappy mutt spilled a whole urn's worth.
The dingbat dog she mentioned wouldn't happen to be Shadow, would it?
Ooh, I guess the dog's out of the bag.
The dog will attract the majority of your friends, Ibby.
Shadow! Sorry I lied, but I was worried I'd get in trouble. And we don't want Shadow going full, the hedgehog on people.
Yeah, you don't want people dying now, do you? Back off or I'll rip that cravat a new one, old man. Maria.
I know I shouldn't lie to a lawyer like that.
No, it's not good to lie to anyone like that. So let's try to only tell the truth. Okay, Albie?
Oh, Mr. Wright, I almost forgot. I saw a couple of Americans a moment ago. They had really weird haircuts, so I thought they might be friends of yours.
Really now? It seems your little friend thinks all of us Americans have strange hairstyles. It's pretty racist, right? He's 9. I suppose we have to thank you for that, right? So what exactly did their hair look like?
There was a guy with 2 crops of hair sticking out of his forehead like antennae. And there was this lady with a long bunch of hair that looked like a big orange spider leg.
Jeez, just ripping into the character designs. Oh, that sounds like Apollo and Athena. What were they doing?
They were racing through the bazaar with the Grand Royal Guard in hot pursuit.
Wait, what? Why were they being pursued? I'm not sure, but I have my suspicions. I just hope they're all right. Could it, have to do anything with the fact you revealed that Apollo is is Dirk's son? Right.
Sorry for not mentioning it before. It just kind of slipped my mind.
You're 9. You're all right.
Whoa! We hit the to continue mark right on the hour mark.
I imagine there hasn't been much fan art, so shall we continue? Yee, sure. More! Keeping me company while I fold clothes. Aw, I can do that without a stream, but cool.
Where are they? Those guys sure are persistent.
Oh my gosh, I cannot breathe in this thing. Yeah, they even wore me out. That doesn't happen often.
Why are they after us anyway?
Apollo, it's the Royal Guards again.
Quick, hide!
Hey! Where'd Hornhead and Spidey Hair go? Spidey Hair? They're not talking about me, are they?
Persistent? I hardly know her assistant.
Is that a trick question?
We know you're hiding somewhere around here.
Ah! Apollo, that weird-looking bird over there. Did it just...
Yeah, it did. It's called a warped, and you know what? I'll tell you about it later. We're not being chased by masked men.
Come out, wherever you are!
Hand over the Founder's Orb if you know what's good for you.
It figures they're after the orb.
Don't want to know what they do to us if we were captured. They grill us in those obnoxious, loud voices. I'd cave after the first hour and confess to whatever they wanted, truth or no.
Come out now, you foreign devils!
This has gone far enough. You must not keep Her Eminence waiting any longer.
We've got to get out of here. There must be a safe place to hide somewhere. Psst. Hey, you see the manhole? Get in. Apollo, get in here.
Fucking dive!
Look, a manhole. Oh, that's right.
Say, son, do you remember my office?
Frick.
Athena running in full May costume, now. Her mistress called her. Yeah, you know how Rafa's got Nana? I've got, you don't need to know. I forget what Apollo's flashback voice is. Juniper. Shh. I think it was just like a really dorky voice. No, that's Shaggy. Or was it like obnoxiously loud? We've done so many flashbacks with Apollo. How can I forget right now? Like Scoob! Sure, we'll stick with it for now. Sure, I remember that messy dim-lit room.
The file I've amassed on Amara's assassination is kept there. I think it might help you on this case. So, you remember how to get there?
Athena! I know where we can hide. Follow me.
Ma'am, Mayor Munchkin them Scooby Snacks. Oh, where are we going? Oh, no, fuck that. Wait, you're not seriously thinking about going down there? It smells like rotten eggs. And are those rats I hear?
We've got no choice. I can get us somewhere safe, but this is the only way in. Quick, before it's too late.
It's gonna take forever to get this stench out of my hair. The rat Slamalaya! Dirk's voice, now whenever it's a flashback, it will be Blair! I don't know how to do it. I can't. I don't think I've ever done an impression of Blair, or any of the boys.
Looks like we lost them. That was close. Dirk's office.
Start with his, like, har ya. Har. I just went into a pirate. Because I got too much gravel. From doing all those really obnoxious high-pitched voices. Well, Blair is Irish, Scott is Scouse, and Joe sounds Irish. But not as powerful as Blair's. How are you, big fella? In Blair's voice.
How long has it been since I last set foot in here? At least we're safe now, but... Why is Athena all huddled over in the corner like that?
Ah! Dats? AJ! What the heck are you doing here?
Garand's royal guards are after us.
Ugh. Once a rebel, always a rebel. Don't worry, the regime doesn't know about this place, so you can relax now.
Good. But since when am I part of the rebellion? I don't recall signing up. Who was with Dats? The only thing I can think of is Phoenix. Apollo.
Hey!
Mr. Wright, what are you doing here? We saw you two go in that manhole. You narrowly escaped the guards' notice. It was like watching a pair of ostriches burying their heads in the sand. I guess that was a closer shave than I thought. Anyway, you're safe and sound now, and that's what really counts. Oh, I also have some evidence for you. Thanks, Mr. Wright. Case evidence received from the boss. Metal Gear, the boss. Huh. So, what is this dubious hovel we've found ourselves in anyway? It's the Defiant Dragon's safe house, also known as the former Sudmahi Law Office. I see. Well, though it might just be happenstance, here I am, a chief prosecutor hiding out in a rebel base. Please don't report this place to the local police, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Might as well take a look around while we're waiting for the heat to die down out there. Come on, Athena, stop moping over there and help me check out this place.
Please tell me there's a shower here.
There's a sink in the kitchen, and if you're lucky, maybe even some soap.
I'm sorry I even asked.
Sup, AJ?
Hey, hey, hey! Why you ignore me?
This is Dirk's old law book.
Look, there's a mark on the cover. It looks like it was branded on with a hot iron.
Yeah, I think it was done in protest against the Defense Culpability Act. There's an entry on the DC Act right here. See?
Barack the Obama! Oh, it's just Nick.
Oh, so this is the infamous anti-lawyer law you guys are always talking about.
Poor Athena.
Yeah. I wonder what's in this file. Oh, it's full of newspaper clippings.
Paint thinner.
It seems to be a collection of documents and information on Amara's assassination. Arson incident involving Amara's private residence. Amara was slipped a sleeping pill and perished in the fire. No. The lighter found at the scene had Dirk's fingerprints on it. Well, we know how useful that is, am I right, Athena?
Please don't remind me of that.
Okay. So, this is what Dirk was talking about.
We already know most of the stuff here on top. Let's see what else there is. Wow, where did he get all of this? Anything important here? Yeah, it's Athena all the way through. What about this? Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in this incident and lost his life. He was struck in the head by the culprit. The victim's passport and any pictures of him were burned in the fire. Without knowing his real name, no divination seance could be performed. Ouch. Apollo's roving... Yep. What? This is about your father, Apollo!
Looks like it. I was never told much more than what's written here.
But, really? How come?
Dirk always skated around the subject. Maybe he thought I was still too young. Plus, I always thought of Dirk as my dad, so I never really brought it up. Hey! Did you hear that? He thinks of him as his dad. Ah! Ah! Good thing I got that on the record.
You what?
What? I'm always the best wingman.
Dirk is Papa! Mashi, draw a roller skate date with Dirk. These Bluetooth headphones are really good. I left my iPad in my room, the device streaming too. And I went all the way to the kitchen for some things, and I could still hear her. Yay! Kitchen is far from my room. If I place my head near the sink, the tid starts to cut out. It's a really good distance, though. Yep, metal. I'll get you.
Oh, I see. Still, I feel kind of sorry for your real dad.
My real dad. I was never really interested in learning about him. But after seeing his picture, I can't help but feel a little curious. Like, are his songs the ones used by her? I wonder if Dats could tell me anything about him.
Apollo, this file looks like it might be useful. There's so many pages, I can't tell what's important.
We need someone to help organize all of this. I think I know just the person to ask. Oops. This file has a ton of information on Amar's assassination. Should go over the important parts later. This is Dirk's old law book.
I was told hitting something twice in this room has an achievement attached to it, but I don't know what. Was it a different picture before? Emo Apollo. Oh no! Oh, her button emotes! That's Widget!
There's a scared-looking knife sticking out of the Queen's picture. If anyone saw this, they'd think the Defiant Dragons were a violent group. Oh, that was actually me trying to kill a fly. I threw that knife and I was at it, but I whiffed. And the thing ended up sticking right between her eyes. You mean this wasn't on purpose? Dats, what's with the altar? It's where we pay our respects to the victim of the Defense Culpability Act. The DC Act is a heinous law that puts innocent people to death. A law that's supposed to protect the people sends them to their graves instead. Talk about insane.
Who's the kid? Wait a second. That's you, Apollo! I'd recognize those horns anywhere.
Is that really the only way anybody recognizes me?
You are so cute. And who's that fine-looking young child?
That's Nayuta.
Wow, really hedged my bets there.
Back when they used to smile.
Wow. Their smile is absolutely angelic. One big old Timmy Turner tooth.
Sure brings back memories. That was taken the day we all went out fishing.
Dats? Who are you? Who are you to Dirk Sedmahi? Is Marshy gonna have to kill you? What was Prosecutor Sadmahi like when they were younger?
They were kinda quiet, but passionate when it came to their convictions. OMG, they were roommates. Marshy sends a wave of knives.
Might be episode 3 only. Okay, I'll play this whole game to get all the achievements when we finally finished it all.
When they finally made Prosecutor, they were all fired up to change grind for the better. But now they're nothing more than Grin's lackey.
I mean, roommates, they got the ear things. I think we have one.
Check Dirk's written orders twice. Oh, right, the orders to like get the food and stuff, or like get back here. It was one of those things.
It seems like Dats has a lot to say about Nayuta. I'll ask him about his thoughts later.
Ew. Is that a newt?
Come on, Athena. Can't you tell a gecko when you see one?
What's the difference?
Geckos like to live in houses, while newts prefer to live outside near water, and they're kind of slimy. They're totally different creatures. One of them sells you car insurance.
Well, how do you know this one wasn't caught outside near some water? Could very well be a gecko.
No, I'm pretty sure it's a newt. Do they just love this joke? Just, it's this thing. No, this thing. What's the difference? I don't know. They're totally different creatures. Oh, so when you agree, it's a newt. So then you agree it's a newt, Apollo. Oh, Bunny bugs him. I fell right into her trap. You're both wrong. It's just a plain old lizard. Here's Grandpa over here being like, we didn't have all these fancy words back then. I should be doing this in the Phoenix. We didn't have all those fancy words you use right now. We just called things things. We got so many of these newfangled words, I can't keep up. Grandpa! I mean, Grandpa is 35. Old man Nick, 35. Wow, so old. It'd be a shame if someone was that age.
But a big shame.
And we know I'm not talking about me, because I am 97. And it's not my girlfriend, because it is not my privilege to joke about her age. She gets to say that information if she wants to say. Nice age. Be a shame if someone boomered it. Sadmahi Law Offices. That's the sign Dirk used to display out front. Hey, Dats. I heard the office used to do quite a bit of business.
That it did. Dirk was a famous lawyer with countless courtroom victories, after all. He was the dauntless dragon who turned trials upside down.
Seems lawyers just do that. Did you hear Generation Beta got bombed recently? Got born recently. Oh, no. You're telling me there's a whole generation of beta males? That is going to be too much fuel for those weirdos online. That actually, it might actually work. Of like, oh, there's so many beta males because they're part of Generation Beta, and that term just dies. We can't use it anymore. It's people.
Snatching victories from the jaws of defeat. His fame as a lawyer spread far and wide across grind back in the day.
I hope the day comes when he can proudly display this sign again. Bug. Or bat. What's with all the spiderweb stats? Don't you ever clean the place?
Not the webs. We have what you call a symbiotic relationship. They catch the bugs that get in there, and I don't clean them up.
You know, that actually makes a lot of sense. Is this video game propaganda to not kill your spider roommates? They're right. I cannot stand another living being in my abode that is that small. The smallest I will do is a bunny. If it gets any smaller, like a bug, it must leave. I don't care if it dies, I don't care if it lives. It just needs to be not here. I was letting them live here. Then they multiplied greatly. Yeah, that is my greatest fear. That is why I do not let spiders live here. It's like, oh, it's all nice. They're killing all the bugs so that way they can eat and create babies. Tibbet's gonna squash me, confirmed. You saw what I did. That container I took a picture of all those marshmallows, I ate them all. That container is empty. Dirk's jacket. You should try it on, Apollo. It might actually suit you. Really?
There's also a spare eye patch over there. Why not try that on too?
Yeah, I've already done the eye patch thing. Sorry, it's just picturing you and all that. It's just too funny.
Ow. My pride.
Are they? Wait a minute. Is that a sly joke at the previous game? No.
What's on TV? I found so many dead spiders while cleaning an abandoned part of the house today. It was nasty.
Like Fire Emblem, I have pride quote.
Yeah. Edgy Polly is back. Edgy Polly is back. My gay best friend died. I was the reason they were gay. Ah!
Not today, yesterday. Auto-corrected.
I'm surprised to see so many appliances here. There's even a TV. Speaking of which, we gave the people of Grind quite a shock. When the plumbed Punisher, warrior of Neo-Tokyo, the Neo-Twilight Realm was last on TV. You mean that show where actors play the parts of Dirk and Rafa? You hijacked that in the middle of its broadcast, right? Yep! All the writers do each week is try to ruin the Defiant Dragon's good name. So we decided to hit him when it hurts! That must have been real shocking, especially for the kids who'd waited all week to see it. I mean, the show's main villain was actually hijacking the very show he's in.
Yep. Imagine that. You're watching, like, Ben 10, and all of a sudden Vilgax shows up on your TV screen like, hand over the Omnitrix Earth, or I will kill everyone. And you're like, wow, they went all out. And then the adults are panicking. It's just like, Vilgax is here. And you're like, it's real? I can be the Ben of the 10? Oh my gosh. And then you don't. Wait. Don't tell me we have to go back through the manhole to get out of here.
The only reason this safe house is still safe is because the front door has been boarded up.
Oh. I thought literally the only way to get in here was through the frickin' tunnels. I want to be the 10 Bens.
No. 10 Bens is many people. You cannot be many people unless it is one body very crammed.
You can be the Ben of 10s. Fine! Then I'll just have to live here till the revolution begins!
What if I told you rats come out at night?
Slam them! Then we'll just have to start the revolution before sundown.
Benjamin Tennyson.
That's his name.
You make a joke of expanding the name, but his name is Benjamin Tennyson.
Matt had the Ben 10 Franklin parody. Tid, re. I may be stupid.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Stop smacking head!
Onigashimasu.
Yeah, dog gets it.
What?
Also, did I get that word right?
Onigashimasu.
I bet the revolution never thought it'd get a new ally this way.
Tid hasn't seen Sonic 06, I guess. No, I have not. I have only seen 2 Snapcube things. One of them is Sonic Adventures, Piss on the Moon. The other one is Smash Brothers. Oh yeah, but Tid is American. She has Tennessee, right? Nah, it didn't come with my version of the states. It's completely missing. There are 2 Sonic Adventure 2 dubs. I probably watched them both just as one big video. This is how good my knowledge is. I don't fully remember what I watched. Because I watched it, when was it? 2019, I think it was? 2020? I was still working at the craft store. Oh, we can't move. That's what's different about the HUD. Hey, do you know who this is? Hey! What? Do you know something about this? Nope! Just felt like shouting, is all. You had me going there for a sec. Or do you have an opinion on this?
The mark of the dragon. That's the symbol of our group, the Defiant Dragons.
Sorry, 06 was it. The crafts or what? The craft store. I used to work at a craft store. They sell fabric and things. And you had to wear an apron of the color green.
Dirk has the same mark tattooed on the palm of his hand, right? Yeah, how do you think the mark gets on the book? He heats up his hand with pure hotness, as Marshy can attest, and then just touches book. Isn't that right, Marshy? You like seeing Dirk get all warm and steamy and fiery, right? Yep, and I've got one too.
Really? Where?
On my heart.
Oh, you mean metaphorically? Like you're ready to die at any time for the cause or something like that.
You got that right. Dead or alive, I'll always be a defiant dragon.
I can attest. That's how he gave me that mark. Wow. It's very hot and steamy. That's about this file. Can you help me figure out which pages are the most relevant?
Yep, sure can. I got the whole thing memorized.
It sounded like he broke it in half.
You don't need that. See this page? It's definitely worth a look. Page 34. I hear your law buddies from the States are pretty familiar with that number.
Dirk, why do you know that?
I'm supposed to be researching. I am Scout after all.
Hit Boom Game Dead or Alive for the Xbox. I think Doll's going a bit crazy. Yo, Mushy! Breaks it. Break it down. As the son of the terrorist Dirk, Nayuta was expelled from the royal family. The idea that the sins of the father are visited upon their childhood is deeply rooted in the minds of the Karainese people. Oh, that's right. Prosecutor said Mahi was part of the royal family, weren't they? Dead or Alive, Extreme Finch Volleyball, 3 Boom Games! You don't know Dead or Alive? Excuse me? Story time. I do know Dead or Alive. It was the first fighting game I ever played, and it was the worst experience of my life because I played it with my twin and my older brother. They invented individual tit physics. I played it back on the original Xbox. It wasn't volleyball, it was the fighting game. And my older brother was allowed to play it because it was rated M. Me and my twin, not so much, because we were sheltered. But, what my older brother did was he gave us the controller and would let us fight him, but he didn't tell us how anything worked. He simply said, try and beat me. And so, every time we died, we had to swap it to the other twin, and we just fought for days on end like that. Slowly trying to figure out what anything did by button mashing. And then I finally figured out B was kick, and kick was freaking powerful with... Oh, I forget what his name is. Let me look him up. I have an idea of what his name was. Yeah, I played Zack. And, oh boy, his kick, he's got apparently like a really long kick combo in one of the games. And I just used that on my older brother, Zack Gramir. And he's like, hey, how are you doing that? And it's just like, I am hitting the same button and I am killing you. I will not tell you. I will. And he's like, could you stop? It's like, no, I am winning. And I was the first one to kill my older brother in Dead or Alive. And he's just like, and it's just like, well, tell me what the other buttons do and I'll maybe push them. And he only gave us like a tiny knowledge of just like, A is light attack, X is heavy attack, Y is heavier attack, B is kick. Or something like that. And my very first fighting game experience was that. Days on end. Constant. And then my twin, right after that, and it's just like B is kick. He played, I don't know the character's name. And we didn't know what his name was. We only called him Wah! Because that was the noise he made anytime you pushed an attack button. And my twin was just relentless as that character. So yeah, I know Dead or Alive. Freaking Hayabusa. He figured out how to do the Hayabusa teleport. And just, when he learned that, he's like, come play with me. I need to show you something. And he just stomped us even harder then. And then he wanted to do it IRL. And it was just like, stand there, let me grab you like this, and hut! We are a violent family.
Yep, but they were expelled after that whole thing with the Dirk happened, you know. They must have gone through hell once they entered the legal world, though. Because of the whole sins of the fathers are visited upon the child thing. Yep. In the eyes of the people, Dirk is not only a traitor to his kingdom, but he's also the terrorist who assassinated the previous queen.
Does no one know that they were married?
So, as their child, Yuti no doubt got the cold shoulder at every turn.
That must have been really hard on them.
Yeah, the ties between father and child aren't something you could break, even if you tried. No matter where they went, they were probably labeled the child of a criminal. Despite it all, they made a name for themselves through blood, sweat, and tears.
Back to the Dead or Alive thing. I also do not know what kind of fighting style I like in fighting games. Even in Smash Brothers, I generally will sometimes just play random. I used to be really good at Smash. I could warm up against 3 level 9 CPUs on one team, but I forget who I played back then. You don't need to. Well, when it's a fighting game as complicated as... What's that game? When it's a game as complicated as Arcana Hearts 3 Love Max, it's very difficult to find a character to like. Because they all have such different fighting styles, and I don't know what I like. So there's nothing to latch onto. I've played Mortal Kombat, though. Mortal Kombat's interesting. I played a good chunk of that with my twin. They really like the Neversoft. Was that Neversoft? Fuck Mortal Kombat.
I mean, just look at them now. They're a star prosecutor working cases around the globe. They've become a hero, the pride and joy of Khura'in.
That's the Nayuta I know. Super smart and never willing to give in. They must have studied and fought like their life depended on it to get to where they are today.
Mars assassination files updated. Peach and Sonic and DDD and more. I just play whoever it is I like. MK makes me feel rage. I can't play it anymore. Yeah. A lot of fighting games I just find is like, I've never liked them because of like the super long combo strings that my fingers physically cannot do. There's a reason I like puzzle games. I can't do the quick put in all these things. Even doing like a half circle. Half circle is difficult for my thumbs.
So, Dats, you guys are still using this office, I see?
Yep. Except now it's the official HQ of the Defiant Dragons.
You could try Fantasy Strike, Tid. I don't even know what that is. Send me a link to the Steam page or something.
But as Dirk said, and I quote, "We must keep it for the day when Khura'in needs lawyers once more."
I think Marshy's gonna like that random impression. He's not even in the scene, and Dirk can still show up in our hearts. Restoring the legal system to its rightful form through popular uprising. You can tell how much Dirk believes in his cause.
Tid, I think you fight very well. You killed me a lot in that Smash Brothers stream. Yeah, and if you were using pyro, that freaking upbeat, that is such a huge explosion. It's like, how do you avoid that? How do you stop that? And I shielded against it, against level 9 AIs, and that still doesn't save it. So it's like, it's too big to dodge. And it's, if you get hit by any part of it, you're stuck until the explosion happens. Only Smash, I used to play Tekken and Street Fighter. It's free. It has no command inputs, just neutral game. Which SF? 4? Yep, 4. I see. Yeah, I'm gonna play as Peach more, hoping it'll be more fair. Yeah, Peach is pretty good.
Oh, and AJ, Dirk said something else that might interest you. He said he hopes you'll come back and take over this office someday.
That'd be interesting. Apollo, living in Khura'in. Phoenix lives in and operates in the US, and maybe Athena could go back to Europe. Take over? Me?
Those were his words. He may have been half joking, though. Dirkie! Guess what I heard from BW? AJ is becoming a lawyer! Yeah, I've been meaning to tell you. Must have been because of you, Dirk. I'm not so sure about that. I imagine he's already forgotten about me. What are you talking about? I bet he can't wait to follow in your footsteps. Nothing would make me happier. Maybe one day he'll return to Khura'in and take over this office. Yeah, it's just a pipe dream, though.
Played Pyra and Mithra due to my lack of confidence and my bad hand-eye coordination. Not bad, but part of my disability. And you wanted her to switch off Pyra for shame to... I never said to switch off Pyra and Mithra. I'm just gonna complain that I'm fighting a DLC character. Because this. My gosh. I'm joking. I know, but I like to do this back and forth and get more stuff instead of being like, oh, it's over. I like interacting.
Dirk really said that? Dirk was never a hands-on kind of dad. But not a day went by that he wasn't thinking of you. That much I'm sure of. Do you know how much he talks about you in bed? He just yaps on and on and on. He doesn't even remember it when he wakes up. It's a very common issue. Everyone doesn't remember what you do when you're very sleepy. It's normal. Hopefully. Otherwise, Dirk's got an issue. It's someone else. The goddess is an issue.
Doesn't get more parental than that. Paternal than that.
Dirk, to think, I really did spend my days trying to forget you. I'm looking forward to a nice, long talk once you're free. Dats, wasn't Nayuta once part of the Defiant Dragons? Yep! Yuti was a rising star in the Resistance. They vowed to fight for the cause through the legal system. Said they'd become a prosecutor and give Inga and Graham the smackdown they deserve.
Gee, Apollo, how come you get 2 dads? Tidbit's saying 3. Though, guess now it's like 4. Let's do the counting. We got dad number 1, bio dad. Now, we got dad number 2, foster dad. We got dad number 3, legal daddy. So, there... He's got 3! Are you saying Phoenix is not a father figure to Apollo? And then, if you want to be, like, oh, looking between the lines and seeing, like, who taught Apollo how to be a lawyer, we could pull up Christoph Gavin, because apparently he was, like, really good with Apollo, brought him up to the thing, and then we only saw the very end of Christoph's thing being a killer. Gavin! The other one!
You know, the one that talked like this and had the nail polish.
Mysterious Biodad, Dirk, Dats. Oh, I wasn't counting Dats. Maybe Phoenix, maybe Star... Oh yeah, and Starbuck was a good one. He's just getting all the dads. I know which one! Yes! Well, when you say Gavin, it means both of them.
So I thought you were saying, you know, Claver Gavin. We haven't seen Claver in a while now. He at least cameoed in the last game. But now they're... Yeah, a puppet of the Grand Regime. Not only that, but now they're going to prosecute their own dad. It doesn't add up.
I'll take some of them off his hands. Must be a hassle having so many, wink wink.
Yeah, you're going to fuck one, you're going to marry another, and you're going to kill... Oh, wait, why am I on the kill? Ah!
More like doesn't add up. I wonder what happened to them.
Me too. But, if I had to guess, I'd say Garen has some serious leverage over them.
Leverage?
Like what? No, like they're the only ones who own the DVD series of Leverage. It's such a good show, but they're the only ones who have it in this entire country. Because they got to be the special ones, and we can't get ideas of how to overthrow the big people. I wish I knew. But it seems like Dirk knows. I tried to press him about it, but he wouldn't say. Come to think of it, Dirk did say. Nayuta is suffering?
Yes, he knows the rightful state of Karine's legal system. But something forces him to bend to Gran's will, and it's tearing them apart. Something forces them.
If that's the case, I bet Nayuta doesn't really want to go through with Dirk's prosecution. I've already searched here, but it never hurts to take another look around. Okay, so I've searched everything. I have to present something? Did you know my dad? Dats, I wanted to ask you about this picture. That's the picture of your pops that Dirk found. He had a heck of a time tracking it down. He said he searched all over for it. Why? Why would he go through all that trouble?
Dats, please tell us everything you know about Apollo's dad.
Now, right. Do you know what my biological father was like? Dirk once told me about him. He was a modern minstrel, walking the world and making music in his travels.
This file also has some information on your real dad. It says he died in the blaze at Queen Amara's residence 23 years ago.
That's right. Dirk had invited him over. Dirk's the kind of guy who can become fast friends with just about anyone. And it seems your pops was like that too, AJ. They hit it off at the bar. And the next thing you know, Dirk asked him over to play some tunes. And then the place went up in flames. Yeah. Dirk had just stepped out for a sec when the fire broke out. Apollo, I'm sorry to say that so many of the things that went bad in your life have to deal with fire. You were there too, but you were still just a baby. I remember hearing about that when I was little. Yeah, it was a crying shame. Your pops just happened to take you along that day. So you were there with him when the fire broke out. But Dirk risked his life to save you. It's like Dirk's done nothing but save me all my life.
Another bundle of joy has hit our lives!
All your pop stuff got burned up, including anything that could have helped us identify him.
Well, Phoenix knows at least something. Come on, Phoenix. You know. Oh my gosh, Phoenix. In the very first game, it is revealed that you know Apollo's mother. You know who she is. You know who she was. You know her identity. And now you have information about what the father did. And you could look that up with all your frickin' super technical power. Feet. Sekreg hiding audio footage of Phoenix wrong. What? Phoenix, tell them already! Yeah, it's just like, Phoenix, you have the way to fix this! You could get... You know spirit mediums. You could literally let Apollo talk to his bio dad. Why not? Though that would... It would be kind of weird, but you could lead up to it. Just because it's weird if you just suddenly go, hey, Apollo, I did some digging, I found your bio dad, and I have a spirit medium so that way you can actually talk to him. What? Hi, son. Ah! What the fuck is going on? You can, like, lead up to that. I'm just like, hey, Apollo, if you could talk to your dad, what would you want to? I mean, maybe. Okay, let me look up some information. I'm going to try and get some information on him. And it's like, okay, you've put in the seed, and it's just like, okay, I found a ton of information on him. Here's what he did, this is what he did. But we can get a more direct source. Okay, what's that? Spirit mediums. You know Maya? Yeah, she's able to become a people.
that are dead. Okay, and I know the name of your dad. I've shown a face to her. She can do it. Okay.
Phoenix Wrong needs one more thing. Meet him in prison by traveling back to the past before the killer.
They said they don't know his name. They tried. But they...
No one is ever truly missing. You just need to know the right kind of people with the right kind of information. Ask around. They have a network. All we knew about him at first was his stage name. Jangly Justice, or something like that.
Jammin' Justice.
Wait. Wait, I just said that off the cuff, but then I remembered. There's a character called the Jammin' Ninja that used a guitar like this. Wait! They could easily spin that as just like, oh, it was this mysterious stranger with a guitar. We didn't catch his name, and so we figured he was a ninja, and so we have the Jamming Ninja. That is technically an iteration of your father. I see dead people, Apollo. No, really, want me to ask my aunt for help? Dirk did everything he could just to dig up what little we know now.
Reminds me of the Lemon Demon Pumpkin Pie song. Oh, like Lemon Demon, the creator. We never got his name. He never wanted all the fame that came with pumpkin pie.
What about my mother? Do you know anything about her? Phoenix nervously coughs. All we know is she was traveling with your pops. But that day she was off doing something on her own. So then she probably didn't even know my father had been with Dirk. Oh. Also, you say it's just like, they don't know his name! Phoenix knows the person that was the mother of Apollo. That mother should know the name! Phoenix, you asshole!
But she must have been desperate to find you and your father once you'd gone missing.
No doubt. But the Queen's assassination threw the kingdom into chaos.
Oh! Trucy's dad! Another dad! There are many dads in this game.
Explain!
Many people have parents.
She might not know the name. Don't judge. Excuse me? How do you not know someone's name after 9 months? Because presumably they hooked up, they had a kid, because it's definitely her kid. They have the ability. And then they hand the baby to him to be lost in a fire. There's a 9-month period of a baby being built. You can't just say, oh, they didn't know the name. They were using their gamer tags. Okay. That's it. Stream's over. I just joke. There's fan art. Oh, we'll get done with this dialogue thing. We'll probably get prompted with something, and then we'll save, because we're hitting the 3-hour mark. The police were so overwhelmed. They were probably hardly of any help to her. We searched and searched till our legs gave out, too. But we never found her. And with your father's stuff all burned up, we had 0 leads, not even a photo. So that's how I became an orphan. Yeah, who knows? Maybe your mom read about the details of the fire in the newspaper. She couldn't. She's blind. What? How do you know that? I don't know. And maybe she figured out you died along with your pups.
Wow. I had no idea you'd been through all that, Apollo.
Yeah, my gosh. If she thought Apollo died, and then Phoenix comes up to her, and it's just like, this is your child. And she's like, what? He died in a fire in Karine. The hell is Karine? You mean like Karine Village?
No, I mean like Korine, with an apostrophe. Wow. I had no idea you'd been through all that, Apollo.
So then you believe me? You believe in my son's innocence?
What? It said old man. Your poor son, imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit. Let's petition the government for his release and a declaration of innocence.
Oh, thank you. I'm forever in your debt.
Who's that?
Hey there! Missing me! Hard at work, I see.
Yes, I have my own battle that I must wage. After all, there are many who suffer under the Defense Culpability Act.
Phoenix resurrected him.
Missing me! Please don't forget about your case, too!
I won't. I will look into it as soon as I am able.
Believe in me. Her husband was called Tarust in Me. Wife of Tarust.
Dats? What's Mrs. In Me doing in here? She's lending an ear to all those suffering under the regime's wrongful accusations. A lady whose husband's been imprisoned, parents whose son's been falsely charged. She's helping all those types of people. People with daughters of falsely charged don't exist in this country. It's very pro-woman. Is that why the majority of this room is men? Yes. Huh. So, she's trying to help the revolution along. In her own special way. Yep. And thanks to her, more and more folks are coming over to our side. All the people who've been unhappy with the regime have been waiting for just this chance.
Mrs. and who? Mrs. and me? Mrs. and you?
And they're starting to speak out in support of us. The people are responding, and a grassroots movement is growing.
That's sussy. Who taught you that word, Ivy? Was it Biscuit?
You seem too innocent to know that word. Women in this world only exist to die, become men through spirit shenanigans, or make more cast members.
What's she for?
Wait, make more cast members? That is technically what she is. Or date Trucy. That's the best one you can get. When you will be reborn, you will be reborn as a woman, and we know there are only 4 paths in this world for women. To die, become men through spirit shenanigans, make more cast members, or the greatest of revival, resurrection, and rebirth, to date Trucy, who's in the evidence for some reason. She isn't even on this continent. Huh. She's a detective, not a woman, clearly. No, my baby bro and baby sis when Among Us came out. Ah, right, you have siblings. Dirk's dream of revolution may finally come true.
What should we do about the Founder's Orb? We'll probably run into the Royal Guards again the moment we leave this place.
Well, we can't stay here forever, so we'll have to think of something.
I've got it. Why don't you hold on to it, Dats?
Do you know what I do? This is the worst option.
Honestly, I would have suggested give it to Albie. He's a kid, unsuspectable. Just keep him entertained somewhere, and it's safe and sound. Don't give it to Dats, the one who's constantly going around.
Hey, kid, you want to be a rebel? Ah, stupid dog. Ha ha ha! You lost your dog. Ha ha ha!
Bad karma's gonna get him. And it's gonna take your orb with you.
Why don't you hold on to it, Dats? It should be safer here, right?
Oh, you can count on me. I'll get it back to you in time for tomorrow's trial at the Hall of Justice.
Founder's Orb left with Dats.
What now, Apollo?
Well, got a handle on what happened 23 years ago. Maybe we should pay Dirk a visit. There's something I want to show him. I'll join you. I want to talk to him before tomorrow's trial. Maybe I should wait here then. That's too many voices to do all in a detention center. We'll attract undue attention if we go in too large of a group.
Alrighty. We have finished. Frick. How do I turn off the music? Without turning off the music. And I'll just turn off the music. Okay, so we'll pick this up next time, Monday, noon PST. Same time as today, next time next week. Or you can spend the time watching the previous streams and seeing all the shenanigans there. And make sure to clip your favorite moments. Now, it is time for the fan art, the doodles. I'm checking if anyone's DM'd them to me, and Doll has asked me, why don't you say Mrs.? Is that not how you say MRS? Mrs.? I literally click over to the chat so I can see. And it's literally the first thing. This is Marshy's thing. I'm gonna. Okay. Discord. There we go. We got no peeps hanging out in the lounge. Okay. Don't spoil them. Live react with everyone. It was literally, I clicked them so that way it could be on this screen. So I'm ready. I'm sorry, but this is immediately what I saw. Oh, that is great. You always read Miss as Miss. How do you say MRS? Huzzah! Wasn't there one earlier? That one was for Curia. The idea came before stream. I don't think it's relevant. I don't agree with Ted. I would like to see. Fine by me. Yeah, Kiri can show up. Why is stuff spoilered? It's safe. It just needs to be hidden for surprise funnies. Okay. Okay. You will get the yellow laugh if there's other thing. Why am I staring at Albie? MRS is Mrs. Did I not say Mrs.? Yeah. Why is there so many titles for women? It's so complicated. Huh? Oh, right. If you just cover it up. Oh, that is adorable. I got very worried when I saw this. It's like, wait, why are we killing Albie? Little blurb. I love these. These are so good. Thank you, Marshy. I love the fan art. Fan art's so good. Let's see. You get the special golden heart. He's still suffocating. Yeah, but it's worth it. Alright, and so thank you all for watching. We'll have this little blurb send us off. Make sure to subscribe to be notified next time the stream's up. Plus, we gotta get rid of him because he heard Edgeworth say the dude was dead. True. It is worth it for Burb. Burbs are so good. Thank you all for showing up. This was great. Bye-bye.